So throughout my travels around the country, helping people with their issues with the horses, I often encounter trailer loading as the main problem that people have. And throughout the years, I've discovered that there are some common mistakes that people tend to make that they don't really think about, but it's the same mistakes that almost all of people do. So here are my top 4 tips or things or mistakes, let's say, that people tend to make without thinking about it. And I even have a bonus one that a lot of people don't ever think about, which is actually very important. Mistake number 1 that a lot of people do is they are rushing, they are stressing, they are waiting until the last moment before they start trailer loading. What they do then is that they kind of have this stressed energy, they are packing everything together, and then in the last moment, when they're already late to the vet check, to the competition, to the social ride with the friends or whatever it is, then they kind of rush to the trailer and try to load, and the horse just feels the energy from the person. And of course, a lot of horses already from nature side doesn't want to go into a little cage that is noisy and squeaky, and if they have experience, then they don't want to go in. So that is mistake number 1 that people tend to do without thinking about it. So mistake number 2 that I often see is, since people are in a rush already, they tend to go directly from the stable, from the pasture or whatever it is, and go directly to the trailer and try to load it without any preparation, and even with kind of a stressed and negative mindset that it just doesn't work. And then they go here and then they, come on, oh, come on. And then the horse starts to bring problem already before we're at the trailer. So that is mistake number 2 that I see people do, is go directly and without preparation. You can go directly if you have good preparation, but a lot of people don't prepare their horses for the potential journey that they're gonna make. That was mistake number 2. So mistake number 3 I see is that when we are here, we are going directly. People tend to ask or push the horse at the wrong time, in the wrong situation. So usually we see this, like the horse gets 1 foot on the ramp, like, let's see if we can get it like this. And then they start pulling or pushing, and then they try to push the horse in to get it going, because we're already late and we haven't prepared, so we need to get this going. And then we pull, and we don't recognize that the horse is already trying to do what we want. And then when we push or pull, when the horse is already trying, we're kind of saying to him that trying was the wrong thing to do. So what we need to do then is do the opposite, basically. But that's mistake number 3 that I see people do, is that they push at the wrong time when the horse is actually trying and creating the wrong thing that we don't want. The horse is thinking that trying to go in is the wrong thing. That's mistake number 3. So the 4th mistake that I see a lot of people tend to do when they're in a rush state is trapping the horse unknowingly, because we finally got what we wanted, and then giving the horse a feeling that he doesn't need or doesn't want. They have no preparation, they're pushing at the wrong time, but finally we got the horse to actually go in, and the last strand of hair is over the line. We yell out, "Close the door!" And we start rushing and doing a lot of things, and the door slams behind the horse, trapping the horse, and it gives the horse a sensation of being trapped. And that's the mistake that I see a lot of times happening, because finally us humans got what we wanted, but the horse got a feeling of being trapped and didn't know exactly what was going on and wasn't prepared for all of this and this kind of situation. So that was mistake number 4. So the bonus tip I have for you, or the mistake that I see a lot of people do and they never think about, is what kind of horse is it that we have actually trapped or limited in the most ultimate way, with a wall in the middle, a block in the front, a block in the back, and everything is closed and there's no movement, everything is restricted. Even though also if you tie up the horse, which a lot of people does, what people don't think about, the mistake we do, is actually closing and restricting the wrong energy, the wrong attitude, and the wrong kind of feelings or emotions that the horse have. And that ultimately creates the experience for the horse. So what I see is a lot of people, okay, we finally got a horse in, or the horse walked in quite obediently, but in here the energy is tense, it's stressed out, it's nervous, it's all of that. Then we still close it in and restrict it ultimately with tying it up and blocking all movements, and that's the experience the horse will have. Or we have a horse that has like an attitude, like a bad attitude, it's angry and frustrated about the whole thing, and then that's the kind of attitude that we are restricting and trapping in the most ultimate way. Or if we have a horse that is afraid, that is stressed out, is nervous, is fearful, has a tendency to panic, and then that's the kind of emotions that we are ultimately restricting and trapping in, and that's the experience the horse will have. So that is kind of the last mistake that basically no people think about, because we are so focused on getting our objective. Our goal is to travel with the horse. Maybe because we have to take the horse to the vet, but still it's very important to give the horse a better experience, a certain type of experience. So these were the 4 and let's say 5 mistakes that I see people tend to make with trailer loading. And don't forget, like this video if you liked it, share it with your friends if you see that they are maybe doing some mistakes without knowing it. And then also subscribe to the channel and click that little bell icon so you don't miss out on our future videos. Otherwise, go and make a difference in trailer loading.